Smelligs, maybe Ponder's a little sexually frustrated with his girlfriend always working and him always working, could be affecting his play on the field.
You might be onto something, Fernando. We'll have to keep an eye on that.
Purple pride, purple pride, purple pride, purple pride.
The Pride Report with Fernando Jackson.
Vikings coming off a 30-20 loss at Seattle.
Ugly.
A game
You were
I
there
was
to see
at.
it.
I was at this game. It was a very hostile environment. I was sitting in the back of the end zone. I was in the end zone. I got to see up and close the Vikings block an extra point.
Is the 12-man hype real?
Oh man, they don't even sit down during the game. They stood the entire time. Wow. I got sore. I mean, I'm used to sitting down. I mean, you can see I got all this, and I got to sit down every once in a while. Not at all. We sat down. We were the only ones who sat down during timeouts, me and my dad.
Oh, they all just stood.
They all just kept standing, and they kept talking to us, giving us shit because we wearing purple. But I'll tell you, I was losing my shit on the second play of the game when Adrian Peterson broke that 74-yarder.
Oh, it looked like...
I mean, I
it looked
was...
like we were in for greatness.
I might have lost my voice after that play. I was going nuts because it was all Seattle around me and my pops, and we were just, ugh.
It's a little surprising, though, to see him get caught from behind. A great play by their defender to get the angle on him.
He didn't stop. Yeah, he had the right angle.
I think that's one thing Adrian's still missing is his endurance and long distance. Speed. But that's going to come back. Everything's coming back.
Tackled at the one. Yeah, we just got to run another play. 1 yard
matter.
out. Adrian will score the touchdown. I was going nuts. The crowd was...
It's something you got to do on the road.
The crowd
right away.
shut up. Yeah, and a big turning point in this game early on. Vikings up 7-0. They get the ball back. Percy turning the ball over. He had a first down on a catch for. It was a third down catch.
It doesn't happen much with him.
It doesn't. It was
give up the ball
frustrating,
much.
but Seattle turned that into 7 points right away.
Yep.
And the momentum, especially in the stadium, everybody, it just didn't feel right at the time.
I was listening on the radio the first half, and you could hear it. You couldn't hear much in the crowd after we scored our TD, and then they went ahead, and then it was just loud from there on out.
That it was. Vikings eventually were down 17-7 or 14-7. Is that what it was? Yeah.
Yeah.
And drove down again. Touchdown pass, or what do we got?
No,
AP had a 4-yard run.
His second TD of the first half.
First half stats: 12 carries, 144 yards. That is 12 yards a carry exactly.
It makes me wonder what he has to do to get more carries. As we went to the second half.
They say 20 to 25 carries per game is perfect. If you go more than that, you might be wearing him down on the long season. But
would he end up
only
17?
5 carries in the second half, 4 in the third quarter, 1 in the fourth quarter. I mean, they just couldn't get anything done. Ponder, it's like they'd hand the ball off. Adrian would gain 8 yards, and then they'd try to pass a few times. No, keep running it. They couldn't stop him, even in the second half. 5 carries for 38 yards. That's almost 8 yards a carry. That is an unbelievable yard per carry. And when you're getting over 5 yards a carry
you have to keep feeding them,
He ended the game 17 carries, 182 yards, and we still lose by 10. You should control the game with that kind of running.
That's why I think we had nothing to show for in the second half.
And the defense
wasn't. Field goal.
The defense had a couple good stances, but nothing that great. I mean,
typical of the defense of the last couple weeks. We can't stop the run, missed tackles, and we're bending too much.
Ponder's second game out of the last 3 games where he has thrown under 100 yards.
It's like he's trying to top his worst game.
But everyone, I blame a lot of this on the play calling. Bill Musgrave is doing a terrible, terrible job offensive coordinating this team. Every play is within 10 yards. When they do go deep, they usually get a pass interference. They never complete the pass. It's a pass interference occasionally. It is, but they only do it once every 2 weeks. Ponder dumps it off right before the half. 3 seconds left. You can throw it up to the end zone at the 50-yard line. Maybe it gets picked off. The chances of returning that for a touchdown is nothing. Maybe we'll catch it. Give them a chance. Musgrave, you're doing a shitty fucking job. Coming up this week for the Vikings, their second division game and second game against the Detroit Lions. At the Dome, they beat the Lions 20-13 in Detroit in week 2 or 3. No offensive touchdowns, 2 special teams touchdowns for the Vikings in that game.
Good point.
Another bad game for the offense, but they got the win because the special teams stepped up. I think the offense has to step up.
Yeah, they have to. Ponder has to get 200 yards.
200 or 150. 150. 150.
That is not too
Get
much.
150, Ponder.
Get and feed Adrian
Both
20 times.
Lions
Carries.
are coming off a win over the Jacksonville Jaguars, I believe.
Yeah,
not
easy
the
win
best
for them.
team.
No.
I like the Vikings at home. I know they haven't played well the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks. They're 1-3 in their last 4 weeks. Christian Ponder, do something. They should just let them go loose. Throw it deep. If you're throwing it deep, get an interception. When you throw it short, an interception. That is better. Throw it
that's
deep.
Not worth it.
It's like a bad punt. Cluey's had plenty of bad punts this year. So throw it deep.
We almost would rather have an interception from him than what
throw it down. Rudolph, he had 1 or 2 targets in the game last week. 5 catches at least against the Lions. Go down the middle of the field. He can go up and catch it. Do something.
See,
Percy's ailing because he gets the ball too many times. It's the same bubble screen. They're going to hit him hard. He's going to get worn down.
You got to take pressure off.
Take it deep. I'm going to say the Vikings 23-17 at home. It'll be a win. It'll be a tense win, but it'll be a win.
I can't agree with you. I just don't see it anymore. We've been saying this for the last 3 weeks about the offense, and nothing's changed. I'm going a close one, 23-20, loss at home.
Whatever. That'll do it for the Pride Report. Check us out at purplepridepod.com. We're also on thevikingship.net. Stay purple, everybody.